As part of the creation process, I decided to ask members of my target audience for feedback. I created a survey with 8 questions on, both discussing my trailer and poster. To make the survey, I used SurveyMonkey, which is an online website which is free for all to create basic templates and share them online for feedback from anyone or just from those who you want it from. After creating the survey, I firstly sent it to a group of my friends, where I realised that I'd only gain a niche market response. Therefore, I put the link on Twitter, a social networking site with a variation of age groups and people who use it. However, its main audience and user group is teenagers aged 13 to 25, and this is therefore almost in my target audience's age bracket, and so it would be useful to hear what their feedback was too. This way I can gain a larger audience's feedback, and the feedback received isn't as biased as if I was just to ask my friends. The feedback I received for my trailer was mostly positive, with a large amount of the responses saying that the trailer would make them want to go see the film if it was genuinely released in the cinema. The responses I gained mostly said that they could tell the film was a supernatural horror from the trailer, and that they could strongly grasp a narrative structure, and which made them want to go see the film even more. I did, however, have a few negative responses, purely because the respondents didn't like horrors and so weren't appealed by it. After gaining this feedback, I showed the same questionnaire to a small group of 16 to 18-year-olds who were in my sixth form. The feedback for the trailer was the same, however I did gain additional comments which referenced how the teaser trailer applied typical codes and conventions of the horror genre, and so this made it more realistic. The use of sound in the trailer was key, as without it they would have been bored or not convinced by what they were watching. My audience also said that the use of low-key lighting was very effective, however no quality was lost from this. The low-key lighting set the dark and ominous atmosphere, thus ensuring that the tension and anticipation was constantly increasing. The last bit of feedback I gained was about the name of the film. The audience thought that Occupied was a good name, however probably wouldn't suit the narrative of our film as well. This is strictly because from the teaser trailer it is implied that the supernatural being has followed the couple to the new house, whereas the title Occupied suggests the house was already haunted before the couple got there. This clashes, and so the narrative slightly is lost. Secondly, I gained target audience feedback from my ancillary product, my poster. In the same survey as the first, I asked my friendship group and target audience on Twitter to answer a few questions and give me feedback. The responses received back were also very positive. My target audience firstly said that the poster was easy to read, clear, and the colour scheme was effective. It's important to get all the above right when making a poster, as the audience's attention needs to be gained quickly before they lose it and look elsewhere. The use of the star system was also beneficial and effective, and if the poster was genuine, it would be a major technique used in pulling in the target audience of the film. Just because when a target audience sees their favourite actor, they'd be more likely to go see it if they like the actor in it. They thought the use of the same typography creates the link in their head from the trailer to the poster, and so would assume that the film that was being promoted was the same as what was being promoted on the poster. Therefore, both the products display synergy. My respondents also mostly said that they would watch the film from looking at the poster, with a minority saying they wouldn't, purely because they don't like the horror film. They picked up on the fact that the main character displayed on the front cover of the poster was the main protagonist in their trailer, and so questioned why he was being shown as the antagonist on the poster. And this is the effect that I wanted, as it gives them the idea that of what the narrative could be, instead of thinking that the editing was an error. After showing the group of 16 to 18-year-olds in my sixth form, I was able to gain more detailed knowledge as I was face to face with them. They told me that They liked the fact that the poster was mostly pitch black, as this could represent the fear and isolation that the protagonist could be feeling while in the house with the antagonist. The dark and low-key lighting are also key conventions of a horror film, as the ominous atmosphere can be set, therefore the poster followed these conventions. I was also told that the tagline looked really effective just below the name of the film, as it got the audience thinking of what the narrative could be and twisted what the original thought of the narrative was. This was the effect I wanted with the tagline, so instead of following the typical conventions of a tagline where the audience don't know the protagonist isn't completely innocent, we decided to twist it so that it was obvious that the protagonist was turning out to be the antagonist, therefore it was an effective marketing technique. Overall, I am happy with the audience's feedback that I gained, but I also know that with more time my film trailer could have been higher quality and more original shots could have been included. I think my target audience have given me effective and well thought out feedback, and I will take this on board the next time I make a film trailer.